So here is one of the sites of Berco Farm Enterprise. We actually have two sites. So this is the upland, and by His grace, this is our permanent site. So currently we have majorly tomato and cucumber here. Then we have carrots, cabbage, onions in the nursery that we maybe, if we have the time, we may kind of try to see how we can transplant part of them today. So, but the major thing we want to concentrate, though we will cover every other vegetable, is a tomato and the cucumber that's already at a very mature stage that we are going to look at. So on behalf of the management of Berco Farm Enterprise, I stand to welcome all of you to our site. So welcome to the cucumber farm here in Berco Farm. This section is for cucumber.
This is how to prepare the planting distance for the cucumber, even the tomato. This is the measuring stick that you have seen. You will measure it and dig the hole. This hole that you are seeing, at the end of the day, manure will be poured inside and it will be mixed with the sand, and you allow it to ferment like maybe 1 week interval before the planting, so that it will not affect the plant, the seedlings, that is tomato, if cucumber, the seed. So you allow it to ferment. This is a preparation ongoing. See one of my workers with the measuring stick, with the hole, within hole, making the hole. But apart from this method, if you are buoyant enough to buy the manure, you can spread it evenly on the bed without making hole to put the manure. Then after that, you can now make the hole to plant it. It will still work out very well, but it will consume a lot of manure. And if you are not financially buoyant to finance it, it will also cause a kind of more expenses to you. But this is more economical and it still produce very fine. So just as you are seeing the person, one of my workers by name Ubong Abasi, doing it. And this bed, because it's big in size, you see us making it 2 lines per bed. This is another person working by name Barry. Is following the other side that have been measured. As you are making the hole, you remove any chaff, any weed that was not removed during the bed making, so that it will not easily germinate and compete with the plant, which would also affect it. So that is what is going on now, as you are seeing. This is how to do the preparation. And the bed, as I've also shown how to make the bed. See it here. This is a picture of the bed. You can see 2 straight rope that is to guide in the bed making. You can also see the working space. This working space will also enable you when you are working on the bed, when you are doing the spraying, when you are doing the weeding, when you are doing the harvesting, everything you pass through the working space rather than climbing the bed. So this is how the preparatory stage look like. So we also run training, and this farm is called Berco Farm International. So we also deal with the seed. The seed we are planting is hybrid seed.
So you can see the spacing in between each of them, in between each of them. So from here to here is 60 cm. That's 2 rulers. Why we use 60 is because it's rainy season. But if it is for dry season, we can use 40, we can use 50. Still very okay. So it is because it is a rainy season. So that was the reason we actually use the 60 cm, so that it can create space for them, so that pests will not actually be able to invade the farm and cause a lot of havoc you know, and at the same time, the issue of disease. I hope we are all seeing.
Yes.
So, this place, we call it NODE.
Not.
NODE, not. So, this is 1, this is 2, this 3, this 4. So, in pruning, you remove this side shoot. You remove this side shoot. This 1, 2, 3. If this one has, you remove. So the first 4 side shoots should be removed. Now, when you start seeing this yellow leaf, you need to remove it. Because if you don't remove it, it may spray. And when you remove it, remember what I said, you do what? You pack it off. These other ones, you allow them. Sometimes, we also advise, when you remove the first 4, remember we're supposed to have removed this one. Okay, it's already here. It was hiding. 1, 2, 3, 4. So remove the 4 out. Then when you remove that, other ones you count 1, 2, then you remove. Do you know the reason?
No.
It will not allow this one to keep growing tall, so the concentration will be on the main vine, the main stem. So it will make it to be vigorous. The fruit size will be very okay. So it would help the cucumber to produce very fine. Sometimes we have a lot of curved cucumber in the market. It is an error that you don't harvest your cucumber up to like 5 times and it starts coughing. There are times I harvest my cucumber throughout, it doesn't cough. And can you bring some quantity of manure fast? So the right thing should be, when you prune it that way, then you supply the manure fine. It will not allow what causes the cough for cucumber, that is the fruit cucumber. Number 1 is lack of manure. Then number 2, poor pollination. When the pollination is not effective, it also affects the fruit, size. So when the pollination is okay, you water your farm very fine, then you also manure it effectively. So you can harvest. I've planted cucumber, I harvest it up to 8-10 times. It doesn't cough because everything that was needed I supply. Are we together? Yes. So at least the issue of the pruning is very okay with us.
Yes.
Okay. At this stage, when you do what we are going to do, I guarantee you can't harvest less than 8 times. It's a guarantee. If you do this thing I'm going to do with other rights, practices I've taught you people, you can't harvest less than 8 times. Now, this manure has stayed so long, so it's fermented, but I will still do it in a way that you will not go and kill your cucumber or your plant. So when you are applying the second manure, you can spread it everywhere, but it's maybe very expensive. So what you do, look at it. Has it touched the stem?
No.
If you go and put in your stem and the thing die, don't call me Obigo. So just put around. Already, you see, this is the cucumber root.
Yeah.
Can you see this whitish something?
Yeah.
So you need not to put here before you assess it. And remember, you are not manuring this thing. It's not eating this thing direct. But this manure will release the necessary nutrient to the soil. So it will eat from the soil. So it's not a must. In fact, it's not advisable you put close here. So what you just do, please, I will need fertilizer, the inorganic fertilizer also. Let's demonstrate them all together. So you can see the way I put around. Okay. So if rain fall on us, that's the job of being a farmer. So don't panic. So when you are trying to remove, the furrow, so you divide it into 2. One will go to the other side. Can you see it now? Okay. You are trying to cover the manure in case rain falls. So that it will not wash it away. Are you learning?
Yes, sir.
So that is how you do it. Now, do you know the funny part of it? in the next 1 week, if you come and remove this side, you see all this, the stem here will develop new roots, and that root will begin to access the manure. So instead of it stopping growth, it continues to grow. It continues to produce as much as it can. So this is how to run the second manure application. So now you can see each of the stand we are planting how many? See 3.
1.
How many? 1. Because the seed are viable. The seed are viable. There's an assurance it will germinate, except you didn't plant it well. But if you plant it well, there is an assurance it will germinate, it will sprout. So that's why it's good to plant it one. So after planting the seed, you know, the first thing after the clearing, I already projected it yesterday. I think yesterday we did the cucumber. So you saw the farm. This was the farm I actually used. You saw the farm when I projected how it was cleared first before we staked it and, you know, actually prepare the bed. So this bed from here down here in between 0.60, 0.70, 0.80, 0.90 and 1 meter. So remember I was saying that our base should be either 1 meter or 0.75. So this bed now is 0.75. So that is from here to where? This is 80, so this is 75. 0.75. That is the size of the bed.
The size of the bed.
Yes.
The width.
Yes, the width. The length can be as you want. As you want, you decide that one. So the width of the bed, you can make it 1 meter depending on what you want. Then the furrow. This is what we call furrow. Maybe I was talking about furrow. Some of you didn't understand, so we are here. So the furrow is the gap, the little value in between the bed. So this is what we call the furrow. Are we together? So the distance between the furrow and the furrow is 50 cm. If you turn this side, now this is 2 feet. Now this is 1 foot. So if you want to look at this, is 30 cm. So when we talk about 50 cm, so you now consider this is 30. So this should be about 50 cm. This 5. So or you turn it very simple here, 0.50 as 50 cm.